Welcome to your 4 to 5. Eric Chilton here with Chad Silver, Lauren Coleman, Monique Robinson.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Thanks for watching us on News 2, Fire Stick, Roku, the News 2 app, and we're also streaming live on Facebook.
And coming up this half hour, it is the ultimate trivia battle.
I'm living my dream, pretending to be a game show host. So we're going to pit these two against each other in kind of a Price is Right type thing.
Who you got? Me, right?
Ketchup versus mustard.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Perfect.
Well, more fun in just a second, but first, we've got new details on a double murder case involving a case underway in Orange County. Today, we're finally seeing the murder suspect in person. 17-year-old Isaiah Ross made his first court appearance after the district attorney decided to try him as an adult last week.
Yeah, Ross is accused of killing 18-year-old Devin Clark and 14-year-old Lyric Woods. We've been following this story for months since ATV riders found their bodies in a field in Orange County.
The families of Woods, Clark, and Ross were all in the courtroom today. The judge decided to continue the case until December. In the meantime, Ross will remain in custody without bond. We hope to have additional court documents by the end of the week.
And the other big story we are following today, boy, this weather. Monique, I was trying to find a way to, look at the weather in a silver lining, and the only thing that I could come up with was, thank goodness it's not 10 degrees colder today.
Oh, yeah, I would not want that either. It has been a chilly day, and the rain really hasn't made for an easy drive. Wherever you're going, things are quite difficult to get around, so make sure to drive slowly, especially over the next several hours as some more downpours are likely to move into the Triad area. This is a look at our sky cam view in Greensboro. Our camera picking up on those rain droplets, that current temperature being 40 degrees. We really haven't had much of a change in weather all day. Whether it's been rainy or cold, it's been consistent from the time you probably woke up this morning until now. This is a look at the current radar across both of the Carolinas, and you can see the rain is mostly overspread now in the state of North Carolina. Some heavier pockets of rain are moving north and east from the Charlotte area. Current downpours picking up on this satellite radar right around Greensboro, Winston-Salem, and is in a bit of a dry spot right now, but there's more rain pushing in from the south, which is going to bring us additional accumulations throughout the next several hours when we talk about how much rain we're seeing. So take notice, our futurecast picking up on those rain showers we're seeing currently. And then as we go towards 6 p.m., more of that heavy rain. So like I said, Winston-Salem, you're in a break from the rain now, but more of it is coming your way very soon. By 8 p.m., that's when most of the activity should be cleared and off to our east. We could still see a few stray showers or storms, but it seems as though most of the forecasts are indicating that 8 p.m. is the time frame where things seem to be on the improving side. Now, clouds will stick with us all night long, actually into the start of your Wednesday morning. So it'll be a cloudy start to the day. But by the afternoon, we should get to see some sunshine before the day ends, and that's going to bring us a warm up. Get a little bit of warmer weather before the rest of the week gets back to these chilly 40s. I'll talk more about it coming up.
Thanks, Monique, and thankfully tomorrow will be a bit warmer. When you head out, make sure to check our free WFMY News 2 app. That way you and the kiddos can know how to grab the right jacket.
All right, let's get to your 4 to 5 roundup now. First up today, the Triad's largest hospital systems will start restricting visitation. Starting tomorrow, Novant, Cone, and Atrium will not allow visitors under the age of 12. They say they're trying to reduce the spread of respiratory viruses like RSV and the flu. Masks are still required for all visitors. Meantime, health experts say flu season is peaking earlier than normal. This CDC map shows weekly transmission rates. The darker the color, the higher the spread. You'll see North Carolina in a very dark shade of maroon there. It means that we are in the very high category.
According to the CDC, weekly influenza activity across North Carolina is high. It's very high in some of our neighboring states. We recently saw our first influenza death in the state of North Carolina. In Novant Health, we're seeing a much higher number of flu cases compared to the last couple of years.
Meantime, the CDC continues to stress the importance of getting a flu vaccine. 4 Guilford County schools will be holding immunization clinics on Thursday to get students their MCV shots. Keep in mind, they're required by the state for 7th and 12th graders. The health department will be at Northeast, Northern, and Ragsdale High Schools and Hairston Middle School on Thursday. Students will need a signed permission form from their parents. Students from neighboring schools will need the vaccines. or who need the vaccines are also encouraged to come. Check the health department's website for more information.
New research on a popular hair care practice is showing negative effects on women's health. A lot of women struggle with daily health care and hair care. You know, should I wear my hair curly? Should I wear it straight? Well, a recent study might make you think twice about these questions. Brittany Moncrief in Memphis explains.
I lived with pain for so long with the fibroids.
For special hair technician Tressa Cunningham, beauty came at a high cost.
When I got my relaxer at the age of 18, I was just petrified. The relaxer chemical is terrible. Nobody's gonna put a relaxer on without gloves. I have to use gloves. Not because I don't want the stuff all over my hands, but because it hurts, it burns.
But people do. After decades of using a relaxer, not only did Tressa see a difference in her hair, but also her health.
I had a terrible bout with fibroid tumors.
Which grows in areas like these, the walls of the uterus.
They couldn't believe it. I had tumors the size of a small watermelon, collectively. They were touching on every organ.
Tressa got them removed along with her uterus.
I know they run in my family, but I felt like by me doing hair, messing around with the chemicals for so long, and then on top of that having a relaxer, it just made my situation even worse.
There's different chemicals that are part of those products, and some of them affect hormone levels in women.
Dr. Philip Lammers is Baptist Medical Group Oncology Chief. He's been following a recent study funded by the National Institute of Health.
They found that there was about a 2-fold increase in uterine cancer in women who used hair straightening products more frequently than women who did not. And they defined that as women who used it at least 4 times a year.
Uterine cancer starts in the uterus. More than 50,000 women were part of the study for an extended period of time. 60% of those who use straighteners were Black.
We've seen that Black women have increased uterine cancer rates over the last 20 years. Any sort of chemicals, any sort of things that we put on our skin or in our hair can be absorbed into our body.
These are extracts.
That's why Tressa turned to natural products she makes from herbs.
We really need to think more seriously about our health. Don't let convenience and vanity cost you your life.
A price no one should have to pay.
Tressa says relaxers can take years to grow out and were only supposed to be used roughly once a year. Many women, particularly Black women, use them almost every 4 to 6 weeks. Dr. Lammers says pay close attention to product ingredients and beware of those chemicals. I'm so glad more research is being done about this, because for years we've heard people say the long-term effects that a perm can have, but now that we're seeing more of these new studies being done, I think it's very beneficial. I personally don't get relaxers anymore, but I know a lot of people who still do, and they get a touch-up about every 4 to 5 weeks or so.
I mean, it's easier said than done because there's also a cultural need to embrace the hair textures that come if you don't get it straightened, because my hair is obvious. This is my natural hair. So when it's not straight, this is what it looks like. But if people don't accept that this is what it looks like, and they're like, hey, you need to straighten your hair all the time, well, then that's what I have to do in order to do that. And then there's causes and effects to that.
And I've seen, Lauren and I were talking, I've seen documentaries where they talk about, physically, she's mentioned it in that story. That relaxer will burn your skin. Oh, yeah. But you're using, so the chemicals using that have to be really harsh, and it's not healthy to use it that
It's
much.
incredible to me that they were able to link something like that from your head to uterine cancer. I mean, it's incredible that some of the things that we do to our bodies have such strange effects to other parts of our bodies.
Yeah, I guess it gets in the bloodstream, it gets into your system. But going back off of your point, that's a very true point. We have to embrace other types of hair, because from a young age, you're taught straight hair is beautiful. That is the standard of beauty. I got my first perm when I was in 4th grade as like a birthday gift, and I was excited about it because it's like you're grown, that means your hair can be straight, that means you're mature in a woman, but that's not necessarily true. Me having these braids, that's genuine to my culture and my hair texture.
Yeah, and same here. Even me walking in this job role and wearing my hair like this, at first I was really scared to do this. When I first started in this industry, I was wearing wigs, I was straightening my hair and all that, and I was like, that's not me. I can't keep doing it. Not from the health standpoint of that point, but just for me. And also my hair was breaking off, constantly straightening it like that. So for me, I was like, well, I need to do this. And people are going to either embrace it or not, but this is how I was made. So this is how I have to be.
Gotta be who you are.
And I think it's okay if you want to wear your hair natural, if you want to wear it in braids, or if you do want to wear it straight, or you do want to wear wigs. It should just be what you choose to do, and not feel like society says this is the standard of beauty. And if you choose chemicals, make sure you do your research.
Gotta be safe. if you're going to go that route. All right, we'll take a break and we're coming back in just a couple of minutes.
To kick off the Christmas season, albeit a little bit early, Santa Claus is coming to town. He's visiting Haynes Mall in Winston-Salem. On Thursday, he will be at his workshop, which is located in Northside Center Court in front of Belk. So get your list ready and make sure that you have been nice, Lauren.
I've been very nice, Chad. I don't know what you're talking about. It's that time of year again. The Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign returns to Greensboro this Friday. The project raises money for shelter, food, childcare, and Christmas gifts for kids. The organizers need help from the community to ring the kettlebells. Captain Chris Raymer is the Corps officer of the Salvation Army of Greensboro. He says the organization struggled to find enough bell ringers due to the COVID-19 pandemic the last 2 years, but this year, he says the group feels optimistic.
So last year at this time, for the entire season, we were at just around 1,100 hours. And so before we've even begun, we've already surpassed the amount of volunteer hours last year. So we're very happy to see that.
Captain Raymer says the Salvation Army has 6,000 volunteer hours to fill in total. He encourages others to give back if they can.
It makes me very excited to know that because of the support of the community, that right now, nearly 1,800 children are going to have a Christmas on Christmas Day. They're going to be able to open up a toy. They're going to be open up gifts and clothing because of the community's generous support.
If you can't volunteer, you can always give a donation in person or online. Those interested in volunteering as a bell ringer can check out this story on our website. We'll link the registration site to you. Such a great initiative. This is their biggest fundraiser of the year. It touches a lot of their different initiatives, and it's so easy to give these days. Not only can you give online and in person, there's also a QR code. So when you go to the site, on the sign there is a QR code, because a lot of us don't carry cash, especially within the last 2 years.
Right. That's what I was about to say, is that I always feel so guilty so I'd rather donate online, or you can even do it through cash apps type of thing. Because when I go by, I never carry cash.
Yes.
Never. And I feel horrible. When I walk in,
Yeah.
you kind of like
You just feel guilty because
Yes.
you want to give. So I love that, one of the positive things that came out of the pandemic is the QR codes.
I see people, sorry, I swear I'll be quiet.
No,
I see people take their cell phones and they'll act like they're on the phone. I know they're
Or
doing
start
it.
texting and
yes,
stuff.
to
Right.
get around the bell ringers. I'm like, stop it.
I usually do that if there's someone I see that I don't want to talk to, or if I don't have my contacts or glasses in. I'm like, I think that's Chad, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to act like I'm
Here comes
texting.
Silver.
That's why she's always on the phone whenever.
Isn't that
I
funny
walk
how that
by.
is?
Oh man.
I'm not really doing
No,
that.
I think it's a great idea to go out and ring a bell if you've never done it before. I've done it in years past, and at first, the first moments that you get out there to ring the bell, I admit you do feel a little bit awkward because you're asking people,
Yeah.
you're asking strangers for things, right?
Without saying a word.
Without saying a word, and then as soon as somebody drops that first dollar bill in there, I mean, you remember the reason that you're doing it, and I think it's so important that we all do something to give back to other people.
And
this
you can
time
do
of
it
year.
online. I
You
mean,
could do it
honestly, that's what
online.
I
You
do.
could do it from your couch.
Easy as that.
But sign up. You can sign up for like a 2-hour window.
That's not bad.
And you could do it with your job. You could do it with some of your
Absolutely.
organizations, your family, because 6,000 hours to fill, that's a
lot.
lot. And right now they're at about 1,200. So if you're interested, look
bet-
for this story on our website.
I bet the ladies from AKA would love to do
Oh,
something like that.
yes. We are always giving back to the community.
All right, we're coming right back.
We've had this complicated weather system we've been talking about approaching our area all week, and now it's finally here, and that's what's been bringing us the rain all day. Behind it, we're going to get more cold air to reinforce the chilly air we've already been feeling. That's going to be the case from now all the way to next Tuesday. So we're talking about rain for the rest of today, and then after that it's going to be in a dry spell for the next several days. The temperature is not really giving us much of relief. This is a look at our satellite radar as of now. It keeps looping through the last hour. You see the heavy rain pockets over in the mountains. Those are going to be moving into the triad next. So they're going from the south and west towards the north and east. That's the direction of travel. And so what we see down in this area is making its way here. In between, there is a slight lull with nothing really happening. So we will get a break in it, but then after that, we'll get that last round of rain before the evening ends, and then that will be continuous. The models are picking up on it here with that heavy rain pushing in over the next several hours and then quickly clearing. The clouds, though, sticking around for tonight and into tomorrow. So the start of our Wednesday will be a cloudy day, and then after that, we'll get to see a little bit more sunshine for your Thursday and Friday. You see the breaking up of the clouds by Wednesday afternoon. That will help to warm us up. We'll get to see some 50s in some areas, but that's the warmest day of the forecast for the next 7 days. Take a look at what you can expect for the next several hours through your Wednesday.
And in my never-ending quest to be a game show host, we are letting Lauren and Chad go head-to-head in the face-off today with some trivia. Okay.
I just really like the...
Me too, it's so cute. Y'all, I was geeking out during the commercial break when I saw this.
When Manning showed that to me, I said we ripped their faces off and put them right up there.
Like
All
that.
right, here's what we're doing. We're talking about the prices of things in the year 2000. Okay. So we're going to do a Price is Right style. So the one of you that comes closest to the retail value without going over wins a point. We have 8 questions.
What's the prize?
Here we go. Stardom and bragging rights. That's right. Your 15 minutes fee. All right. A house in the year 2000. What is the median price of a house 22 years ago, Chad? What do you think?
I start. $90,000.
Okay.
$87,000.
Oh, you're playing Price is Right style. All right, then Chad's going to get this one. It is $134,150.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Median income in 2000, Lauren. Median.
$45,000.
Gosh, I would say it's lower than that, maybe 30,000.
What'd you say?
45,000.
Okay, Lauren wins that one. Is 40,343.
Wait, but she went over.
Too late.
You did. That's right. Chad caught that one. That's true.
Okay.
Without going over. You're right. Sorry. Chad got that. Okay, so
Fiddlesticks.
what's our count now? Is it 2-zip?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
But who's
Median
counting?
rent in 2000.
Oh, wow.
Chad, you're first.
I'm first.
Way lower
let's
than it
go.
is now.
$400 a month.
Okay, Lauren.
$375 a month.
Okay. You said what?
400?
Oh, okay. I have to do the math. Chad gets this one too. It's 675.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Okay.
All right,
That's
here's the one
expensive,
that I
man.
loved. A gallon of gas.
Oh, in the year 2000. Ooh.
$1.62.
Okay.
$1, Bob.
Then Chad gets that one too.
Okay,
It's $1.26.
just to say, in the early 2000s, I was not I didn't rent. I didn't own a home.
Right.
I couldn't even drive yet.
true.
So, to my
you can
defense.
still redeem yours. It's 4-zip. We have 4 more. A car. A median price of a car. Who's first?
I think
don't remember.
Lauren's first this time. No, I'm sorry. I guessed $1, so it's
Okay.
my fault.
Of a car?
Of a car.
$1?
$1 for the last one.
Okay.
So for this one, which means I went second last.
Okay.
So, gosh.
This is a hard one, I think.
$18,000.
Okay.
$17,000.
Chad again.
Oh my
It's
God.
$24,750.
Wow, that's expensive.
All right, the price of a stamp
A stamp.
in 2000. Lauren goes first.
5 cents.
Oh no, it's like I know it's more than that, but it's maybe 25 cents.
You're very close. 33 cents for Chad.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right, one more, real quick.
This
She
is
says this is our last one. A loaf of bread. What was it?
$1.25.
$1.26.
You win that one. There we go. A loaf of bread is $1.72. Dozen eggs, real quick. Any guess? Anybody? Just
50 cents. No, that's
52
way
cents.
too low. But yeah.
she wins that one too.
Way too low,
But it's
yeah.
89 cents. I thought it
Wow,
was
okay.
very,
That was like
that was a tough one, man.
like
That was
really
good.
little tough on my ego. I mean,
I had a tiebreaker in case it was 4-4, and it was which Harry Potter book came out in 2000.
The Sorcerer's Stone.
See, I don't know him that well. The Goblet of Fire was.
What was the second one? That's one of the titles.
I don't know. That's all. He
Sorcerer's
just
Stone, I
said.
think was the first one.
Oh,
right? I
okay.
think that was the first Harry Potter, right?
Was it? I don't know.
I think so.
But that's the one. Whichever one that is.
Anyway.
Well, congratulations,
Thank you,
Chadwick.
appreciate it.
Good
So
job.
today's trivia is just for bragging rights, but there is a way to score a real prize. Panthers Trivia is live right now in your official home of the Carolina Panthers. That's us. We're giving you a chance to win 2 tickets to their Christmas Eve game against the Detroit Lions. Just play the trivia contest on the homepage of our website until Friday at 6 p.m. You can play as many times as you like. We'll randomly pick one winner to take home the tickets that night at 11. We'll be right back.
Mike check Jalen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swarm, Greensboro, Novant Health Coliseum.
Welcome back to your 4 to 5. We're ready to go. 30 more here. Here at Chad, Lauren, Monique.
We're ready to go, and we're also on News 2, Fire Stick, Roku, and the News 2 app.
Coming up this half hour, we're going to be talking about the hottest Christmas toys this year. Any guesses? It's going to be something electronic.
A video game.
Yeah, there has to be a
That's
video game
right,
in
yeah.
there.
Something
Call of
Apple
Duty.
related.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that.
But first, Monique, we have to talk about these cold temperatures. I mean, today was just unacceptable.
Yeah, it was. I'm not just saying that because I don't like the cold, but it really just was all together. I mean, anyone, no matter where you were, I was posting it on social media, like, hello to our coats, because it's cold outside. What else? Did you give to exercise some things you don't usually wear today?
I took out my big puffy jacket today.
So did I.
It was nice. It was nice to wear. Some people have been saying that this year actually feels colder than last year already. They'd actually be right. Monique, you have a graphic here to show.
Yeah. Comparing this day to last year, this same exact day on November 15th, we were 10 degrees warmer, which was still below average. The normal temperature being 61. So whether you're talking today or last year today, we were both on both of those days below average. But overall, these temperatures this past week have been 10 to 15 degrees below average. So it's been overall a very cold week. And today specifically, we really haven't changed much when we talk about temperatures. Over the last couple of hours between 1, 2, 3, and 4 p.m., they've been at 40 degrees. And even before that, at 7 a.m., the coolest we were was 39. We've been stuck in the same temperature for most of the day. Now, on most days, when we get into the afternoon, it gets warmer. That's due to the sun coming out. Today, we didn't have that opportunity with a lot of those clouds. And that rain also limiting how warm we get. The temperature is now all across the area. If you're in Southern Virginia, you're already in the 30s, and it's only 4 p.m. 38 degrees in Martinsville, 39 here in Greensboro. Now, when we look further south in some of the drier spots, they're already sitting at a 40, 48 still in Pinehurst. So tonight, these temperatures will fall as they always do, but tonight is the warmest night of the week. 38 is as low as we're getting tonight. And again, like I said, that's the warmest of the week. And tomorrow, the warmest day, with temperatures around the low to mid 50s for tomorrow. That's going to be the case for it. I mean, the rest of the week after this, we're getting even colder. So tonight and tomorrow, the warmest 2 days, and then after that, the temperatures just fall on off the wagon. We're talking 40s for the rest of this forecast. Now, it will be dry, though, so you won't need the rain. It won't need the umbrella because of the rain. As temperatures stay in the 40s, the weather forecast itself does stay dry.
All right, let's get to your 4 to 5 roundup now. First up today, for the first time, we are seeing the suspect in the Orange County double murder case that's getting a lot of attention. 17-year-old Isaiah Ross was in court today. He's accused of killing 18-year-old Devin Clark and 14-year-old Lyric Woods. Now, we have been following this story for months since ATV riders found their bodies in a field in Orange County. The families of the victims and the suspect were all in court when the judge continued the case until next month. Ross will remain in custody without bond. Former President Trump is expected to launch a third bid for the White House tonight. He's making an announcement at 9 p.m. While supporters are excited, the underwhelming midterms and losing results of some Trump-backed candidates is causing concern in the GOP. Trump would be the first candidate to announce a 2024 bid. This week, county boards of election across the state are completing a process called canvassing. The ballot review is required by law and happens after every election. It's basically ensuring the election is accurate, secure, and transparent.
When the ballots come in, our staff has to look at them, and there's a couple things we're looking at. When were they returned? And did they have a postmark by election day or earlier? So that's what we're looking for. Was it received in our office on election day? And if in the mail after, was it postmarked? And then the deadline is Monday because of the postal holiday on Friday. So if they meet those conditions, then we can count those ballots. And if they don't meet that, then they can't be counted.
You can actually watch this process through a live stream. Find the details on our website. Final results from all counties must be sent to the state by Friday. All canvassing meetings are open to the public.
And Guilford County Schools is hosting a hiring event for teaching assistants tomorrow. They are looking for candidates interested in a career in education. The event will be held in the GCS boardroom on North Eugene Street. There are 2 sessions, one from 12 and 2 and one from 4 to 6.
Well, hundreds of Guilford County School students experienced a really cool moment today. The Greensboro Swarm hosted their school day at the Novant Health Fieldhouse. Students saw the team go up against the Toronto Raptors G League affiliate and told WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey all about it.
And when students miss time in the classroom, often it isn't for something fun, like maybe a doctor visit or a trip to the dentist's office. However, today it was. Instead of a traditional school day, hundreds of Guilford County elementary students packed the Novant Health Fieldhouse to watch the Greensboro Swarm take on the Toronto Raptors G League affiliate. And the team's president tells us how excited he was to educate local students on the importance of living a healthy and active lifestyle through the game of basketball.
I couldn't sleep last night. It was exciting just to know this building's going to be full again, full of young fans that hopefully that have maybe not experienced a Swarm game can bring their parents back to a game. So, but more importantly, it's an opportunity to give back to the community. This is one of our games early in the season. We may host a second school day game. It's starting to get more popular, and as you mentioned, it's easy to give back, especially to Guilford County school systems.
The last time the Swarm hosted this event was before the pandemic. Fast forward to today, this season's school day game was completely sold out.
That boy, they were having
They
some
were. Did you see them in the crowd? They were like dancing and cheering. I love it.
That was insane.
I love that they are able to do this because I don't know about you all, but some of my favorite memories when I was that age in school was when we get to do like big school things. Whether it was have like a magician come to school and everybody got to see it, or we got to go see like a major sporting event. So I mean, these great moments for these kids.
And the GCS kids are very spoiled because I don't know if you guys remember late fall around May. They did a very similar thing with the Greensboro Grasshoppers.
I remember that.
So the kids, they were out there enjoying the game and taking in a day in the sun with their family and their parents getting out of school. So hoppers in the spring.
That's right.
Swarm in the fall, winter.
Awesome.
One of the things I like about this, I'm sure the players get so much out of this as well, because I'm happy just looking at how hyped the children are. So they probably feel really good that the kids are just excited to see them. You know, a lot of times when adults see stuff, they're, you know, saying bad things in the crowd, or they're too cool. But these kids, they are having a great time. So that would make me feel good as a player.
And G League games are parties. I mean, they're as much a party as anything else, because all those guys playing, they're just trying to get up to the next level. But it's a lot of fun.
Think about that cheering. It's like a Justin Bieber concert out there, right? All the screaming kids everywhere.
I love that.
I'm jealous that you got to go.
Me too.
That's fun. That's
Always having a good time.
We're coming back.
Hello, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. They forever go together like a classic combination. So today we're talking toys. Long after you grow out of playing with them, you still remember them. So one of my favorite toys was a chalkboard. I would sit all my dolls around and I'd be like the teacher on the chalkboard.
Oh, that's a great way to entertain yourself. I liked, I had a canvas and then I had the beads and could make bracelets. I was into the arts and crafts stuff.
My favorite year was when I got a CD player, and my 2 CDs that I got with it were Hootie and the Blowfish and TLC Waterfalls.
Oh, cool.
Showing my age there a little bit, but
but you know all the words.
absolutely.
All right, I think most of us think all kids want these days is like video games, right? That is not true, but they do want interaction, right? We like interaction, the kids like interaction, and this year's Hot Toys have that.
A brand new crystal ball for this year, and we are getting ready to conjure our Mixie friend.
That's right. Kids use a magic wand. They reveal their own character. It's called Magic Mixies.
Yeah, for sure. And what I love most about this, you can reset it and do this magic experience over and over again.
If you want to go big, there's the remote-controlled Jurassic World T-Rex.
Some really cool 360 spins.
Dolls are in demand, like these new Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie dolls. And the LOL Surprise has customizable dolls with 320 mix and match looks.
The shades, the earrings, the dress, the hairstyles, you can really do lots of different things with these dolls.
But no matter what your kid's desire is, be ready to spend more.
Inflation is hitting the toy box for sure. We're really recommending that people build about 15% more into their toy shopping budgets this year.
So I don't think that's any surprise, right? That the toys are going to cost more because everything costs more, right? The upside, they say, though, is that toys will not be in a shortage this year. That is not an issue this year at all.
That's good because we were seeing that last year. That was a problem, or certain toy stores were trying to get people what they needed, but you couldn't find anything.
I really like the T-Rex.
The T-Rex?
I really want, like, if I was a kid, you know, looking to get one of those, I would make sure all the neighbor kids got them too, and we would just race them down the street.
Could you imagine
seeing a pack of T-Rex going down the street?
And they remind me of the T-Rex costumes that people
That's
wear
what I thought of, the
Halloween.
blow-up ones.
Right.
I saw a whole family of those during Halloween. They all wore the big
That's
inflatable
hilarious.
dinosaurs. It was hilarious.
Super fun. So if you get the T-Rex, we want to know about it, and we want to do some fun things with it,
And
right?
we see you racing down the street after the neighborhood dog
and
or
you
something.
can come in here and like do the news, right? With the T-Rex. Would that not be the funniest thing?
That would be fun. I would actually do that if y'all were down.
Okay, we're going to do that. If you get one, let us know. Happy shopping, friends.
All right, the hot toy lineup, that's not the only thing buzzing around social media these days. The 65th Grammy Awards nominee list is stirring up quite a conversation here. The show, by the way, not set to air until February of next year, this coming February, but we have a little preview for you.
Beyonce leads the pack of this year's Grammy nominations with 9 thanks to her song Break My Soul. She's now tied with her husband Jay-Z for the most nominated music act in history with 88 nominations for each spouse.
Should I feel regret about the good that I was into? Everything is everything, this ain't coincidental.
Kendrick Lamar earned 8 nods, the second most this year. Both artists are up for Album of the Year, along with ABBA, Adele, Bad Bunny, Mary J. Blige, Brandi Carlile, Coldplay, Lizzo, and Harry Styles. The former One Direction star earned 6 nominations for his song As It Was in the album Harry's House. The Recording Academy has added 5 new categories this year, including Songwriter of the Year, and in a nod to gaming's popularity, score soundtrack for video games.
I like the video game soundtrack.
Yeah, I never
That's
knew
kinda
that was
cool.
a category. Well, I guess it's new this year.
You know, I did notice that in that line, Rocket League, that video game, those songs get really popular with kids. Like I noticed my 12-year-old, he'll be singing these songs on Rocket League.
I'm gonna be honest, Eric. You know more about Rocket League than I do.
You know,
Only
when the
because
kids
I have
were
little
also
ones.
doing the floss dance,
The
that
floss.
came from one of the games too, right?
Fortnite.
Yeah. So I guess a lot of those games are making a lot of songs and things more popular.
So good to see that Jay-Z doesn't have a lot of Grammy nominations. They said 80-something. That's a crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. His name has been tagged to so many things because he's helped to push a lot of other artists along and on his
I'm very excited to see who wins Album of the Year, though.
Renaissance. I'm all for it. All
I
the
love
Beehive.
the album. I think Bad Bunny's probably gonna win though.
If it doesn't win, everyone's going to go crazy, but she's also planning to go on tour, so I feel like people won't really be too upset.
Yeah, distracted about it too.
Yeah, I think that's what people.
I mean, when I saw the other day that Taylor Swift had 1 through 10, I've never seen that before on the charts, like 1 through 10 all together. Never seen that before.
That's crazy.
Power of the stream.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah,
it's very true.
And with her tour coming up, right? Isn't she have a concert too? I think that's also making people want to listen to the songs more, so that they can prepare ahead of time before they go to the concert.
Yeah, she's got a couple dollars in the bank. That's all I'm saying.
Can I hold one?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. More than one. She wants one with some more zeros after that. All right, we're coming back.
As we look back over the last couple of hours in Winston-Salem, you can see the clouds as they moved across our sky cam in Winston-Salem. These are the clouds that have blanketed the skies. They've been thick and they've been low, and some of them have produced some showers, as some of us can attest to seeing that today. That sun is setting, and what's interesting is that sky cam, you saw the image was gray and now is transitioning to be blue, because as that sun sets, we're starting to get some darker hues making up our skies. The rain is not letting up, and we're not going to see a break from it for quite a while. Now, some of us have been in some little lulls. Winston-Salem, you were just in one of them, but this rain is transitioning out of Yadkin County and moving on into your neck of the woods in the next hour. We're seeing all of these heavy downpours concentrated just north of the Charlotte area. That stuff is moving in. So through the next couple of hours, if you're going to be driving on the roadways, be mindful that the rain is going to come down, and it may come down heavy at times. So be sure to drive slowly and drive carefully carefully as road conditions may be slippery in your area. Our Futurecast shows what we can expect. These are the heavy downpours that I'm referencing that are moving out of the Charlotte area into our area as of 6 p.m., continuing through 7 p.m., and it looks as though things let up just around 8 p.m., and then things really becoming a stray shower or two around the 9 p.m. hour. All of this stuff moves to the east. So everyone along the coast is going to be dealing with the downpours that we'll be seeing over the next couple of hours after us. The clouds stick with us all night long and into your Wednesday morning. Then we get a break from the clouds. That comes Wednesday after your lunchtime, and then beyond that, we'll be dodging clouds and sunshine for the next several days. Things will be dry through Tuesday. The nighttime lows will be cold, and the daytime highs will also be quite chilly for quite a while.
All right, it's not a beach day now, but maybe you've heard about the erosion risk at North Carolina beaches. Hard to forget this video of a house in the Outer Banks collapsing into the ocean earlier this year. It was actually the second Rodanthe house collapse that day. The problem is beach erosion, basically the ocean eroding away the beach 10 to 15 feet a year in some areas. Today, dozens of houses in Rodanthe remain at risk. They're exposed to the powerful waves, and experts say it's only a matter of time before they also collapse. But there are efforts to save them.
We're moving some houses away from the oceanfront.
45 feet inland to survive may be another 15 years, but ultimately delaying the inevitable.
And it's not a good look for a national seashore. It's not a good look for an economy to have that kind of stuff falling into the ocean.
County leaders admit beach nourishment isn't the perfect solution, but it's working for now. Both visitors and locals appreciate the efforts to save the places they've come to know, no matter the cost.
It cost a lot of money, but we were losing a lot of money too. So we had to have it. I mean, there was no way of getting around it. We had to have it.
But it's just so nice that we still have the beach, that I think it's a good thing. It's expensive, but worth it.
It's so expensive to do this too. I had not really heard about beach nourishment until I went and did this story, but you're basically recreating the beach by pulling sand in giant pipes from the ocean and creating a new beach.
Wow.
It costs $10 million per mile. And so Avon had just done this project. They did 2.5 miles, and it cost them $24 million to do. And you have to do it every 5 years.
So it's not sustainable, surely.
Oh, definitely not.
I mean, yeah, they say that they've got plans to do this for the next 10 years. Beyond that, they don't know if they'll have enough money, and they don't know if there's enough sand accessible in that part of the ocean to continue to do it.
Are there any other ways to do it? Are there any other companies that have come up with another solution?
I think the challenging part too is with a lot of the tropical systems, when they move through, what they do is they create these sand dunes. And every time we have a tropical system, if they're becoming more intense, they're taking all that sand and bringing it back into the ocean. So it kind of defeats the purpose of what they keep doing. And we get these more intense storms that keep happening. They're taking more and more sand from off that coastline. I did plenty of stories these along Topsail Beach. They have that same reoccurring issue. Yep. That was a big thing after Florence. A lot of that sand was taken away after they just replenished it. And so oftentimes when you go to the beach and those sand dunes are getting smaller and smaller, that's no good, because that means more of that water is going to be able to move inland.
And the problem is, so you might be wondering, gosh, it's so expensive, why even do this? Well, tourism is the #1 industry in the Outer Banks. If you don't have beaches, no one's going to come.
Yeah. What about people that have oceanfront homes? I mean, they're in danger, right?
Oh yeah, and a lot of people, like you saw the one from that house that collapsed. There are a lot of others that are at risk. I actually picked up, this is a flyer from one of the houses that's at risk. It's actually for sale. $670,000. That's actually a steal. But if your house is going to fall into the ocean, it's not that great of a deal. So a lot of these homes that are right at risk, you saw in the video, they're actually just waiting for them to collapse so they can collect on the insurance money.
Wow,
it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Story.
So you can watch. You can. Yeah, I've got the full. We did a 5-minute story last night at 11, and you can watch that full story. Also, we put together a 16-minute. Piece of just the beauty shots of the drone over the Outer Banks. It's beautiful. I would suggest going to watch it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You have to like study for it.
Hi, hello, how are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, check.
Three, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay. Do you need a mic check? Mic check from Ariel. 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, the district is making efforts to fill the gap in hiring.
All right, it's time for my 2 cents, and today we're talking Thanksgiving sides because let's be honest, it's all about the sides, isn't it? The bird is really, it may be a centerpiece, but I think a lot of us could say, I could skip the turkey, just give me all those good sides. So I went to a website called Thrillist.com. They had a list of the top, most appreciated sides or loved sides for Thanksgiving. Let's see if you agree with them. Number 1, mashed potatoes. Cue the angelic choir. Thank you so much. Who doesn't like mashed potatoes? Now, number 2, to me, should be number 1. Mac and cheese. To me, that should be the official side of Thanksgiving, people. Can we give it the title? The next one I don't necessarily agree with, cranberry sauce. For me, that's a no, but for a lot of people, they do like that. Some people don't like because of the red color, they don't want it to touch the other food. You're okay if your mashed potatoes touch the green beans or something, but you don't want that red from the cranberry sauce. And yeah, the next 2 I love, stuffing. I think they call it stuffing because you just want to stuff it in your little pie. Oh, we just love all the bread and the taste. It is great. And then the next one, if you're from the South, gravy. To me, gravy could be an entree, people. Just a little roll in a bowl and it's like soup. Horrible, I know for me to say, but I love that. Now, the flip side of this are the most hated sides. A Harris poll polled 2,000 Americans, and candied yams came up as the number 1 most disliked side. I don't really love that, so I can go with that. I disagree with their next one, though. Green bean casserole. I love it. It's a staple in my house. It always has been, not only in my immediate family, but in my family growing up. But it is on the list for those people polled, whoever they were. And then we go cranberry sauce, which is funny because that's on the most liked list and the least liked list. For me, it's thumbs down. And then the last one I don't agree with, sweet potato casserole. If you're from the South, well, who were these people they polled? I don't know, but it was 2,000 Americans, and that's the list. Now, the one thing I think we can all agree on, we